GTA 6 graphics are insane beer bottles and physics. Rockstar has no business doing GTA 6. Trailer 2 dropped and people are still finding new details weeks later, and honestly, I'm not even surprised anymore. The level of obsession Rockstar put into this thing is genuinely hard to wrap your head around. And we're not talking about big flashy stuff here. We're talking about the small, quiet, blink and you miss it details that nobody asked for, but somehow make everything feel more real. So let's go through them properly, because there is a lot to cover. Let's start with the one that actually broke my brain first. Animated beer bubble physics. No, that is not a joke. In the scene where Jason is asleep on the couch, if you look closely at the open beer bottles sitting on the table, you can actually see bubbles rising inside them.
Come to Phil's Ammunition today. We got more guns than a lot.
Real animated, physically simulated carbonation bubbles in a background prop that nobody was supposed to be staring at. Rockstar animated the inside of a beer bottle that most players will walk past without even glancing at. That is either the most impressive thing in gaming or a cry for help from the development team. Possibly both, but stay in that same scene for a second because it gets better. Most people notice the PS5 sitting inside GTA 6 before the game even launches on PS5, which is funny enough on its own. But look even closer. There are two controllers on the table, and the light bar on one of them is actually reflecting through the beer bottle sitting in front of it. That is not just good lighting. That is accurate material rendering for glass transparency applied to a controller light bar in a background detail in a trailer. At this point, Rockstar are just showing off and they know it. Weight plates spin and nobody asked for that moving to the beach gym scene. Jason is bench pressing, and if you watch the weight plates, they actually rotate slightly as he lifts. A tiny, almost imperceptible spin on each plate as the bar moves. The kind of thing that happens in real life when you lift a barbell because the plates aren't perfectly locked and there's a natural torque. Rockstar noticed that. Rockstar animated that. For a scene that lasts maybe 4 seconds in a trailer. Honestly, what the hell? And while we're on physical objects behaving correctly, let's talk about liquid simulation, because GTA 6 is doing things here that most games don't even attempt. When Jason is carrying a 6-pack of beer out of a store, you can see the liquid inside each bottle reacting to his movement, sloshing naturally with every swing and tilt following actual physics. Then when Jason and Lucia raise a toast, the liquid moves inside the glasses, and the absolute wildest example is a guy waving an open beer around aggressively, and you can literally see it spilling out and splashing onto the ground in real time.
Can you hook me up, please?
Liquid physics. For an NPC in the background waving a beer around, I need to lie down. The environment reflections deserve their own conversation too. In that same couch scene, the TV screen is reflecting not just on the glass picture frame to the left of it, but also on the table surface below. Subtle, but once you see it, you realize how far the engine is being pushed. These are not baked in static reflections either, they look dynamic and real time. Rockstar appears to have gone fully committed on ray-traced reflections, and the result is a living room that actually feels like a living room, and not a game set dressed to look like one. Glasses, mirrors, and everything that should reflect actually reflecting. Let's talk about glasses. Not drinking glasses this time, actual eyewear. Sunglasses and reading glasses in previous GTA games were basically just flat textures sitting on a face. No real reflection, no depth, just kind of painted on. In trailer 2, you can clearly see real-time reflections bouncing off the lenses. If this is consistent across NPCs, cutscenes, and actual gameplay rather than just cinematic moments, then this is a serious visual leap forward. Car mirrors are finally doing what car mirrors are supposed to do. We got a glimpse of this in the first trailer, but trailer 2 confirms it. Across multiple scenes, the reflections are sharp, they're dynamic, and they're showing actual geometry from the world behind the vehicle. In most open world games, this is genuinely rare because the performance cost is significant. Rockstar is clearly pushing their engine further than it's ever been pushed before. The side mirror showing you real reflections of the actual road behind you sounds basic when you say it out loud, but in practice almost nobody does it properly. GTA 6 is doing it properly. This brings us to sunglasses on NPCs, which is its own level of stupid good. The fact that random characters walking around wearing sunglasses have accurate lens reflections means the system is working globally across the world's population, not just on main characters during cutscenes. That's the part that matters. Anyone can make the main character look great. Making every NPC with eyewear look great is a different problem entirely. Hair physics that have absolutely no right looking this good hair. Let's talk about hair, because GTA 6 might be going full Red Dead Redemption 2 territory here, or possibly beyond it. Throughout the trailer, Jason is shown with noticeably different beard and hair lengths across different scenes. Short stubble in some shots, a fuller beard in others, different haircuts that suggest a dynamic growth system rather than just a menu of preset options. If Rockstar is bringing back the hair and beard growth mechanic from Red Dead 2 and applying it to an urban open world setting, that changes how the game feels at a fundamental level. But the physics side of this is where it gets genuinely impressive. In the prison release scene with Lucia, her hair looks incredibly detailed and moves with real weight. And then in the explosion scene near the destroyed bus, her hair is being whipped around by the blast wind with a kind of natural chaos that cloth simulation has been chasing for years. It doesn't look like a wig flapping around. It looks like actual hair reacting to actual force. This is the kind of thing that sounds like a small cosmetic detail, but in practice, it contributes enormously to whether a scene feels cinematic or fake. Vehicle destruction, while we're looking at that bus scene, the foreground detail is wild. Shattered glass scattered across the rear of the vehicle, broken shards laying in specific directions, a metal panel completely ripped away, exposed wires actually visible and dangling out of the frame. If this level of destruction is gameplay and not just a scripted mission cutscene, then vehicles in GTA 6 are going to feel genuinely destructible in a way that 5 never managed. Not beam and G-drive physics, that would murder performance on any hardware alive, but meaningful visual damage where panels actually separate and parts actually shred, that would be a massive upgrade. Body changes, ankle monitors, and things the game is hinting at the gym scenes and physical activity on display throughout the trailer are almost certainly pointing to the return of the body stat system from San Andreas. Jason bench pressing serious weight and Lucia throwing kicks in what looks like an underground fighting club are not random scene choices. Rockstar is telegraphing that physical activity will matter. The muscle, fat, and stamina system from San Andreas is probably coming back in a significantly more advanced form. Whether Jason and Lucia's physiques visibly change throughout the trailer is hard to confirm since their outfits vary so much, but the direction is clear enough. One detail that's easy to overlook but might actually be a major story mechanic. Lucia is wearing an ankle monitor in every single scene she appears in. Every single one. That is not a costume choice. That suggests she's on parole or under some kind of supervised release at the start of the game, and it could genuinely limit her freedom in the early hours. It's an interesting design choice if they follow through on it properly. Jason being free to explore Leonida without restrictions while Lucia has movement limitations would create a real contrast in how the two characters experience the open world. Used well, that's smart storytelling built into a gameplay mechanic. Drive-bys have also clearly been reworked. Jason leaning out of a car window while shooting looks significantly smoother and more cinematic than GTA 5's fairly basic side shooting animation. It actually feels reminiscent of GTA 4's leaning mechanic during vehicle shootouts, just with substantially more polish. Hopefully this is a gameplay system and not just a cutscene thing, because drive-by mechanics in GTA 5 felt dated pretty quickly, and this looks like a genuine step forward. The tiny details that are actually unhinged. Someone on Reddit spotted that the jet contrails in one of the shots are meteorologically accurate for a coastal region. The plane is flying low with landing gear down and leaving a vapor trail, which normally only happens at high altitude. But in humid coastal environments, exhaust from jet engines can hit a layer of cool, moist air even at low altitude during takeoff or approach and still produce a visible trail. This is a real atmospheric phenomenon specific to places like Florida. Rockstar included it accurately in a a game about stealing cars and shooting people. That is either the most committed regional realism detail in gaming history, or someone on the development team has a very specific meteorology hobby. The cash register detail is the one that actually made me stop and rewind. Someone noticed that on one of the registers visible in a scene, the number 9 key is visibly more worn than the other digits. Why? Because most retail prices end in 99 cents. So that key gets pressed more often than any other. That level of environmental storytelling in a background object that most players will never look at twice is genuinely unhinged behavior from a development team. And I mean that as the highest possible compliment. Animals are present throughout Trailer 2 in a way that already makes the world feel richer than any previous GTA. A raccoon digging through trash, an iguana near Jason's house, birds everywhere, what appears to be a red python that might actually be a pet belonging to Jason and Lucia, something that looks like a capybara, a Doberman. The variety and behavior of animals in open world games goes a long way toward making a world feel alive, and what's on display here already looks significantly more developed than GTA 5's animal population. Social media, AirPods, and features nobody saw coming. One of the more interesting systemic hints in the trailer is how heavily social media is woven into the world. Multiple scenes show characters filming themselves, content going viral, what appears to be live streaming happening during active chaos in the environment. This is not just set dressing, this feels like a mechanic. The implication is that your actions in the world might generate attention, not just from law enforcement but from the internet itself. A notoriety or virality system that affects mission paths, heat levels, or even unlockables based on how much attention your actions generate online would be something genuinely new in the series. It fits the modern setting perfectly, and it would add a layer of consequence to open world behavior that no GTA game has attempted before. Both Lucia and Jason are seen wearing what appear to be wireless earbuds, branded as a fictional in-game equivalent of AirPods. This almost certainly points toward the ability to listen to radio stations outside of vehicles while walking around the world. GTA 5 had a brief version of this in a single mission cutscene but never brought it to actual gameplay. Watch Dogs did it. If Rockstar implements portable radio properly in GTA 6, walking around Leonida vibing to your favorite in-game station while chaos unfolds around you sounds like an incredible experience. The mismatched door on Lucia and Jason's car in the final shot of the trailer is the kind of detail that raises questions. In the first trailer, the same car had matching doors. Now one door is a visibly different color. This could point toward panel-specific customization or damage repair systems where individual parts of a vehicle can be separately replaced or repainted rather than the whole car being treated as one unit. Combined with the insanely detailed tire treads and rim variations visible on other vehicles throughout the trailer, the overall picture for car customization and detail in GTA 6 is looking significantly more developed than anything in the series before. Finally, Jason's safe house appears to change between shots in a way that suggests either story progression or player-driven upgrades. One shot shows a makeshift curtain made from a sheet. Another shows a proper window blind installed. Tools are rearranged. A paint roller is leaning against a wall. Protective cardboard has appeared on the floor near the door where it wasn't before. Whether this is scripted narrative or an actual apartment customization system that players control, it suggests the living spaces in GTA 6 will feel genuinely inhabited and dynamic rather than static backdrop locations. Rockstar has been working on this game for a long time, and details like these make it obvious why. Whether all of these systems survive intact into the final release is the real question, but based on what's visible in the trailers alone, the ambition here is genuinely unlike anything the series has attempted before. The stupid little carbonation bubbles in a background beer bottle say more about this development team's mindset than any feature list ever could. If you enjoyed watching this, drop a like and subscribe. New details are still being found in these trailers every week, and there will be plenty more to break down before this game actually launches. See you in the next one.